Hello, everybody, and welcome to another what I hope will be somewhat quick vlog. This is sort of my corner of movies in my office. We've got a place up here. Oh, we can't really, so it won't focus. This is the new Ghibli movie. Okay, this is the same movie, different poster. That's coming out July 19th. The first one the first one since Miyazaki-san retired. So it's not directed by Miyazaki. I think it's directed by his son. When Marnie Was There is the English title. This is the new Tom Cruise. It's called All You Need Is Kill here in Japan, based on a manga of that title. Comes out July 4th weekend, which means nothing in Japan, but I will go see it that weekend. Maleficent, which hasn't come out here yet either. Comes out July 5th, so these two kind of come out at the same time. Transformers, which comes out in August here, August 8th. And this is the other side of All You Need Is Kill, the other side of Transformers. Godzilla, which comes out July 25th, really far after it came out in America. This is the other side of the Ghibli studio movie. Here's my page day calendar for today, the 16th. The phrase here, put off. I think we might have to put off your vacation this year. First of all, I need to find a new job. Oh, really? That's bad news. So I rip that every day. We have a little Facebook thing here for the students to check in. They never do. Japanese students don't use Facebook. The only kids that use Facebook really at college level are the kids that are interested in speaking English. And they want to connect and speak to students in other countries that speak English. If they speak Japanese, they just want us to talk to their Japanese friends, they all use Line, L-I-N-E. Way more popular in Japan. Nobody uses Facebook. So that campaign to get them to we have a page for this room where I'm supposed to send out alerts and interesting tidbits, and we've only got 70 likes out of 1,000 students. It's pretty sad. All right, my office. I'll sit down and get to the point of this thing. The Beatles, of course. Mints. And you're like, what is he going to tell you about mints? What I'm going to tell you about mints is the problem I had with these Asahi Mintia mints, Cold Smash. And they're sugarless. I don't know if that's going to focus. No, it's not. And there's a thing in them called aspartame. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's like a sugar substitute that's a chemical. And I think it's also used in Splenda, which is something a lot of people put in their coffee. It's instead of sugar. These products have been around forever. And I'm 44 years old. And I've never had a problem. I mean, I don't drink a lot of diet beverages, as you guys know. If I drink Coke or Dr. Pepper, it's the real thing. I don't really have a lot of experience. I eat sugar-free gum occasionally, but I don't chew gum really. When I have mints, I usually like to eat Altoids, if you're familiar with that brand of mint. My dad also got me onto Polo mints, which are a British type of mint. But I don't get those a lot. Those are hard to get, but I like it when I can have access to them. Anyway, so I got some of these mints. I just wanted something, in between classes. Sometimes you want to freshen your breath. You're going to be talking to students. And these mints are really small. Let me just show you. Oh boy, now it's going to give me a problem. Okay, see, there's one mint. Come out. There you go. They're really tiny mints. Okay? So the first time I bought them, the breath was a little gnarly. I thought, okay, I'll eat 4 of them. They're really small. How strong can they be? Whatever. I'll try 4 of them. And I popped 4 of them in my mouth. And literally my tongue was I don't want to say on fire, because that's not, it wasn't. Obviously, it wasn't a spicy type of thing. But it totally went crazy. The taste sensation on my tongue went wacko. And it was really almost to where it was painful. And I immediately tried to drink some water, and that sort of didn't help. It highlighted the coldness of the mint, in some respects. And then, it abated, and I was off to class, and I didn't really think about it. Well, during that weekend, I noticed that all my food started to taste funny. And the big thing for me was I was drinking a Coke over at a friend's house the next day, and I'm like, are you sure this is Coke, not Diet Coke or something else? It doesn't taste right. And they're like, no, Jason, look, here's the bottle. I'm like, wow, okay. And I just thought it's really weird. They must have just gotten a bad batch or whatever. And the next day, the same thing happened. I cracked a Dr. Pepper at my house and started to drink it. And I'm like, this tastes awful. And what happened was over the next few days is I lost all ability on my tongue to sense or taste sweet things. I would eat some salsa or some chips, something bland, something spicy. That'd be fine. But anything sweet, fruit, Coca-Cola, ice cream, little Hershey chocolates, it all tasted horrible. It tasted tinny and acidic and not bitter, just really bad. And I was really depressed for a few days because all my food started to taste really horrible. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I thought, oh, it has to go away. And at first I didn't even remember that it was maybe these mints. I thought maybe it was the Beatles that had done it to me. No, I thought, I didn't know what it was. I was trying to think of all the different weird things I might have eaten, and I couldn't. And then I remembered the mints. Like when I got to school that Monday and I saw the package of mints there, I went, oh yeah, I tried those mints and I ate like 4 of them. So what do you do when you have something weird happen to you? You live alone, you have no one else to talk to, and something is like really troubling you. You go to the internet. So I go to Google and I'm like on WebMD and I'm like, Yahoo Answers, and I'm like typing in all the different, taste buds don't work, lost ability to taste sweet, blah, blah, blah. I'm typing all these iterations that I can think of. And I'm reading all these anecdotal things. And, the internet's a great thing, but of course, how much can you trust the information? And it turns out this is not fairly common, but it's happened to a lot of people. And on the internet, I started to read about people, who had had an operation, an anesthesia, and that made their taste buds go weird. Or they had weird antibiotics, and that they had a reaction. And then I started to read about people who react to aspartame or whatever the sugarless thing is that's like the number one ingredient in this package. And one guy said like he was chewing sugarless cinnamon gum for a whole road trip for a day, and he lost all the ability to taste sweet rather. Another guy was like me, he said, yeah, I was popping these mints all day long at a convention, to have my breath be clear, and the next day, boom. And some of them were saying like it was taking them a month or 6 weeks for it to come back. And one guy, who I don't know how he lost it because he was like painting houses and the paint thinner or something got to him. He said it's been 2 years and it's never come back. Luckily, I can report to you right now, it came back for me after about 10 days. It just started to come back, and I just wanted to make a video about it. Has this ever happened to you? If it does, don't freak out. Hopefully, you'll be like me, and your taste buds will go back to normal. I feel like they're back to normal now. I drank my first Coke yesterday, and it tasted normal. It was good, I guess, for about a week. I literally stopped drinking Coke almost. I would literally have like a half a glass sometimes just for the caffeine, because I don't get caffeine any other way, and I knew I'd get all caffeine withdrawal if I didn't have some. But it was literally like, oh, I have to drink this. And so I was drinking lots of water, and I'm sure it was good for me in some ways. But it was really strange, and it really was depressing to like think that it might be permanent. But luckily for me, like I said, it was about 10 days. So there's no warning. I don't know why it happened this particular time, if I'm sensitive to this sugarless ingredient and I just got a huge dosage of it, if it's particularly these particular mints. But anyway, if it happens to you, don't freak out. Go see a doctor, although most of the people that I read about who said their doctor really couldn't help them, they thought, oh, you just have a cold, or it's just this, or, mine just got better on its own. Obviously I didn't eat any more of the mints, and I just kept them to make this video. Now I'm going to throw them away. Yeah, if I just eaten one at a time, I'd be fine, but I chose to eat four at that moment, and I overdosed or something, and it really did a number on my taste buds, and it wasn't pleasant. So that's my story. How's your week going? So I'm watching the World Cup. Just a quick update on that. Japan and England both lost yesterday. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Japan time is the first USA game, so that's my third team in kind of the triumvirate that I root for. So hopefully USA will win, and I'll keep watching. I think Japan's chances now of getting out of their group are very slim, but we'll see. More Beatles for you there on my screensaver. Oh my gosh, this video's 10 minutes. That's crazy. Okay. Anyway, bye. Leave me a comment if you want to talk about crazy things that have happened to your taste buds. And I'll see you soon. Okay, peace. Bye.